Hello, everyone, and welcome to What to Expect in First Grade. My name is Miss Lauren, and I am one of the first grade teachers here at Learning Gate. We have four incredible teachers at Learning Gate, and we are as incredible as we are different. So this is a brief overview of what to expect, and each individual teacher will share with you their specifics in her classroom. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hi, everybody. This is Miss Becky. I'm going to begin with uniforms. As you know, we have uniforms here at Learning Gate, so make sure your child is wearing the proper uniform every day. For PE, they can wear their PE uniforms, and for garden this year, they can also wear their PE uniforms. So 3 days a week, you have that option. Well, it's not an option for PE, but it is an option for garden. And we are going to show you a schedule on a future slide so that you can know for the first day of school which uniform your child should come to school in. When you put clothing underneath the uniform, either to help keep your child warm in the colder months or to protect them from mosquitoes, make sure those items are black, white, or gray. And make sure your child does not come to school wearing boots or sandals. And also please don't send boots to school on those rainy days. The rain boots are not allowed as well. And the next thing says, please get ready for cold weather. Usually in Florida, it's very warm, so we forget that we will need sweatshirts and jackets at some point. So if you're buying uniforms now, if you could just buy some cold weather items, that will help you in the future. And with those cold items, they take those off in the classroom because they get hot inside. So make sure you label them because we'll have them all over our floors and nobody will claim them. Shoes, tying shoes. Students must wear athletic tennis shoes. Once again, no boots. And please make sure your student can tie their shoes all by themselves. And if they cannot tie their shoes, it would be great if you can have them wear shoes that don't require being tied. What does my child need to bring every day? Heron book. That is going to be a 1-inch binder. You guys have that on the supply list. So do make sure you get that. We will put a little fancy cover in there, and it will also have the agenda in there. And every day, your child will most likely, depending on which class you're in, they will mark a color or something in regards to their behavior. We can also write notes back and forth to each other as parent and teacher to stay in communication that way. So that does need to be in their backpack every single day, and we will send it back to you every single day. Make sure your child has a change of clothes. That's very important in first grade. They have accidents, and maybe your child isn't a child that has accidents, but they might have a spill, they may fall in a puddle. So make sure you have those clothes in there every day. And if they do come home and they've actually had to use their change of clothes, please make sure you replace them, because you never know when you'll need them. Water bottles. We do ask that you send in a reusable water bottle, all nice and clean and full of cold water. If they drink all of that, we can refill it here. But it's just very important here at Learning Gate because it's hot, 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 and we need to make sure we are hydrated. Also bring a raincoat. Please don't, you can send a poncho. We prefer that you don't because in first grade, sometimes they use that poncho one time and it's no good after that. It gets holes and sometimes they're so big they trip on them. It's just dangerous. So if you can find a nice raincoat, that would be great. Send their lunch and their snack. We do have snack every single day. If you could please pack that separately, that would be amazing. And before you leave home, if you can spray some bug spray on there, that will help with all of these mosquitoes we have here at Learning Gate. And the last slide I have is supplies. You can find the supply list if you haven't already on the Learning Gate website. It's under the Learning Gate Families tab. And if you if you click on that, you have to really scroll down, but it's down in there. The school supply list is there and the reading supply list is in there as well.
Okay. Hello. This is Miss Catherine. I am so happy to meet some of you. When it comes to lunch and snack, so your kids are going to come to school and we will have to help them open lots of things you pack for lunch. So we're going to try to look for we're hoping that you'll help us by packing items that will be easy for them to open. So for example, a flip top water bottle rather than a twist off water bottle drink. Bento boxes that are easy for them to open, Ziploc bags, reusable sandwich bags, and twist off snacks are great examples of food items that your child will be easy to open. They're not going to be sitting there with their hands in the air waiting for us to get to them, as well as it's a lot cleaner since our hands aren't going to be touching those items. As you know, we're out here at Learning Gate, we're going to be outside a lot and we're going to be trying to keep our hands clean, but it's easier to leave germs off of. Please remember that we are also a waste-free school and any lunch trash will be brought home back into their lunch bags. Some non-examples that we are hoping to avoid are milk cartons, juice boxes with straws to put in, Lunchables, yogurt tubes, individual chips and snacks, and then again, twist off drinks. These are harder for the kids to open. They'll need help, which it's taking away from their lunchtime or their snack time. Again, and I know Becky may have touched down on this, that they are going to need their own packed snack and then lunch. Lunch and snack are separate. Some important times that we want to keep attention on are attendance. And I really want to emphasize on its attendance is taken at 7:45. That's not the drop-off time. So our children will need to be inside the classroom at 7:45 because if they are being dropped off at the office at 7:45, they're going to be end up marked as tardy for us. So we want to avoid that happening. Lunch will be at 11:20 and then school will end at 2:15. And then here is the special schedule. So make sure you check which teacher your child will be with. And I would definitely recommend screenshotting this picture for your personal notes, just so that you're prepared to know which days your child will be having art, PE, nature, or garden. All right, thank you.
Hi, everyone. It's Miss Lauren back again to talk to you a little bit about our car pickup situation. Our first grade pickup begins at 2:15. So if you have a first grader, you'll pick them up then. Of course, if your child has a sibling, you will pick them up with the oldest sibling's pickup time. Our first grade pickup is in the left lane. So if you are looking down our pickup line, it would be the lane that is closest to the log cabin, not to the front office building. To pick up your child, you're going to need one of the yellow tags. We have a picture of one of them here. They look somewhat like this, and it needs to have your child's name printed very clearly on the tag. For your child's safety, anyone who picks up your child needs to have this. When you come in for Meet the Teacher, they will have lots of them in Heron Hall, and we encourage you to get one for anyone in your family who might be picking your child up, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, if you have an older sibling that might pick them up, or a friend. Because if they do not have one of these tags, we are going to have to ask them to take their ID into the front office for your child's safety to make sure that they go home with who they're supposed to. Also, these yellow tags on the back of them, there are the guidelines for Carline, all the things that we have to ensure that not only kids stay safe, but the teachers and yourselves as well. We're going to overview our academics. This is the reading year. Students enter first grade not being able to read, and when they leave us, they are readers, which is so exciting. We're also incredibly excited because we have a new reading curriculum. We have the Florida version of Wonders as our curriculum. We take a phonics-based approach here, and we cover a phonics skill weekly. And this can be reviewed at home with the books that some of us will send home, as well as the weekly spelling words, which will use the phonics pattern that we are covering. We'll be having weekly spelling tests, phonics assessments. We also will be doing regular progress monitoring and sight word review. Speaking of reading, we have summer reading books. Now, for the primary students, these books are a little bit different. They are not reading these during the summer. These are the books that we will be using throughout the school year. Forest Bright, Forest Night, and Dolphins at Daybreak go along with our biomes that we do at the beginning and the end of the years. But you need a copy of all 3 of these books. You're welcome to check them out from the library. But the student is going to have to bring them in for at least 1 to 2 weeks. So please keep that in mind. We recommend you go ahead and get these books, put them in a special place. The teachers will let you know when they use them, but this will prevent it from sneaking up on you. You'll be all ready to go, especially that first book, Forest Bright, Forest Night. That one's a little bit more difficult to get. So you want to make sure you have a copy of all 3 of them. Now, students do have a summer reading assignment. For first grade, their summer reading assignment, they're going to pick any book. Does not have to be one of those summer reading books. We actually encourage it not to be, because we would love to know what your kiddo enjoys reading. So it helps us get to know them a little bit and to share with their friends. They're going to pick any book and write a sentence about it. They're also going to take a picture holding that book, and you're going to email that photo to your classroom teacher. You can do that during the first week of school. Once you have their email, and send that sentence in anytime the first week of school. Last off for me, we are writing. First grade, such a fun time. We get to really get into our writing, and we, by the end of the year, will be able to write paragraphs. Here's a rubric of what we're looking for good first grade writing with our sentences, and we'll be doing lots of handwriting practice.
Hi, everyone. This is Miss Nicole. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about math first. Math, we'll be using Reveal Math this year, which is a little bit different than last. Basically, we'll be beginning the year with practice counting, writing numbers, 1 to 120, and we'll work on addition, subtraction, some graphing, geometry, and basic fractions. Just be practicing at home as far as being able to your student being able to count 1 to 120, and we'll work on addition and subtraction and do some fun activities in class. As far as grades in first grade, we don't give A, B, C grades. We look for if they're mastering the subject. We give E, S, and U. They will have tests, and we will grade those. Most of the teachers will send home the papers, usually weekly or bi-weekly as far as graded papers. For social studies and science, though we do use Scholastic News, and we do have a science curriculum. Science and social studies is more whole group. We do a lot of hands-on experiments, a lot of learning through doing. And for homework, the main thing is to read, 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 read. First grade, we are really focused on reading, so please have your child read at home, read to your child. They will have spelling words, so just practice spelling throughout the week. And with math, we'll send home what we're doing. Definitely practice your basic math facts, your basic addition. And most of the teachers, most weeks will send home like little paper books for your child to practice reading.
Thank you all so much for your kind attention. We are so excited to see you in the next few days and to meet your kiddos. As always, if you have any questions, once you get in there with your teachers, we'll be glad to answer them. Enjoy those last few days of summer. Thanks so much. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.